Hello, Chris and Melissa Smith here. And the first thing I would say is, after our experience of having two kids who started the business, I'd recommend it to every family. Like, I would encourage.
Totally.
Wouldn't you like? I would encourage every parent to encourage their children to start a business at a young age, whether it's like the serious business or a simple business, or whether they're going to continue on with it forever or not. The benefits are just so incredible, at least what we've experienced as a family.
Yeah, I remember just one day recently, all of our kids actually got together and they sold their shirts on the side of the road here where we live. And just after that one day, I was just running through all the lessons they had learned in that one day about resilience and courage and self-belief and facing rejection, navigating like fears, negotiating with people, talking to people, and the list goes on like that. There's so many things that I think are so beneficial to kids owning their own business and being forced to do things a little bit out of their comfort zone in that way.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, how much would I pay if there was a camp that I could send my kids to, and the promise was, okay, you're going to send your kids to this camp and they're going to learn resilience, they're going to learn negotiation, they're going to learn to work as a team, they're going to learn to take risks, to go after their dreams. Like, basically, like, every lesson I would want my kids to learn, I would pay a lot of money to send them to that camp.
Yeah.
That's the camp that they go to by starting a business and learning how to. It's just been like, it's brought our family closer together. And I always think that Melissa and I, in owning businesses, we hope our kids kind of catch the lessons there. Like, we hope they see us going after our dreams and taking risks and working hard and making sacrifices and what it provides for our family. But I realized, like, the way for them to really get it and to experience it is to go through it themselves with their own business. And it's just remarkable, like what Kidpreneurs offers and the resources that are available. I just think of all the really important lessons I want to teach my kids, like, they've learned them and are learning them by having their own business.
And there's no better time for kids to learn these skills right now than when they can be like coached and mentored like through the whole experience. Like, I think so valuable.
Yeah, and at a young, like, how often have we said, man, I wish I could have learned this when I was younger, or like the lessons our kids are learning. And I also think that, there's this funny saying, like, those who can't do teach, which I don't totally agree with. But the reality is, like, it's one thing to be taught entrepreneurship by someone who's good at teaching entrepreneurship, but it's another thing to be taught entrepreneurship by people who really understand entrepreneurship, who are really successful entrepreneurs. And that's, with Matthew and Adam Torin, the founders of Kidpreneurs, like, they don't just teach entrepreneurship, they are both really, really talented, really successful entrepreneurs, which I think is awesome. And I know them personally. I also know that they are really great husbands and fathers. And, like, I think that's one of the challenges in business, and then one of the things that we strive to balance is, like, yes, you can be a great entrepreneur and a great wife and mother and husband and father. And so I just think all the principles that Kidpreneurs teach, just been remarkable. Like, yeah, it's totally made a difference in our family.